Hello class, Mr. Geisler here today. And we're talking about the Pythagorean Theorem. Just a side note, the Pythagorean Theorem was discovered by Pythagoras, who was an ancient Greek mathematician. Okay? And here's what he found out. In any right triangle, okay, here's the right angle, and this is the right triangle. A, B, and C has three sides. A and B are what's called the legs, okay? They are the shorter sides, okay? So they're called the legs. And C is what is called the hypotenuse, okay? And the hypotenuse is always the longest side, okay? The longest side, right? So, in a right triangle, where A and B are the legs, and C is the hypotenuse, the longest side, opposite the right angle, A squared plus B squared equals C squared. And this is always true. So how do we use this to find sides of a right triangle? Okay, I will show you. So number one, 8 and 6 are two sides. They are the legs. And this is the hypotenuse, the question mark. So we're going to use this to solve this problem. Okay, I'm going to call A 8. Okay, 8 squared plus 6 squared equals C squared. So now, 8 squared is 8 times 8. 8 times 8 is 64. Plus 6 times 6, 6 squared is 36. 64 plus 36 is equal to C squared. What's 64 plus 36? Let's add that up. 4 plus 6 is 10. Put down the 0. Carry the 1. 1 plus 6 is 7. Plus 3 is 10. So it's 100. And it equals C squared. Now the question is, what times itself? What times itself gives you 100? In other words, what's the square root? Well, it's 10. 10 times 10 would give us 100. So therefore, we say C, in this case, is equal to 10. That's the length of this side right here. That's how long it would be, 10. Okay? Take a look at another one. Let's look at number 2 over here, okay? So we know one of the legs here is 9, one of the legs is x, and we know hypotenuse is 12. So we're going to put this 12 in for what? In for C. We're going to put 9 in for B, and we're going to let x be A. So I'm going to rewrite this, A squared plus B squared equals C squared. Now remember that word, I'm going to substitute. I'm going to put numbers or variables in there, substitute. So A is x squared, plus B squared, 9 is B, 9 squared, plus C squared. C squared was 12 squared. Plus, no, not a plus, equals, right, 12 squared. So this is x squared plus 9 times 9 is what? 9 times 9 is 81 equals 12 squared. 12 times 12 is 144 when we multiply that out. Now, we need to get x alone, right? We're adding 81. What's the opposite of adding 81? Subtracting 81. By the way, can a triangle ever have a negative length? The answer is no, it cannot. It'll always have a positive length, okay? So this goes away. X squared equals 4 minus 1 is 3. 14 minus 8 is 63. Now, what times itself gives you 63? Nothing, okay? It's almost 8, but the thing is take the square root of both of these, right? And I break this down into the square root of 63. What? 9 times 7. So 9 times 7 is 63. So I'd break that down into the square root of 9 times the square root of 7. Square root of 9 is 3 times the square root of 7, and that is my answer. Okay? 3 square root of 7. So x equals 3 square root of 7. And that's how I would write my answer. So this is how we found the Pythagorean theorem. This is how we see it. And then this is how we use it to find sides in a right triangle.